So this video is going to be a longer video. I want this video to kind of give a little bit more of a longer term launch pad for everybody. Um, let's start out with prop firms. So what are prop firms? Prop firms are a way where you can basically trade someone else's money or a company's batch of money in order to prove that you can make profit so that they can pay you out. Prop firms are a way you can leverage other people's capital, other people's money outside of yours to get paid within trading. Specifically, I trade futures prop firms. So there's prop firms for Forex, prop firms for stocks, prop firms for, I believe, some for options, but mostly I think futures has a lot of prop firms. So right now I'm on a journey to get funded by over between 70 to 140 prop firm accounts. I think that's between 10 to 15 different prop firm companies. So, it is a lofty goal, but, I'm working towards it. I believe I'm a quarter of the way there. So, I'm up to about 40 accounts right now. But prop firms, proprietary trading firms of the past were actually firms where they taught you how to trade and then you traded their money and they took a profit. So they were invested in you as a trader. They wanted to see you succeed because they invested in your education. They wanted you to trade a strategy that they recommended. So the difference is prop firms of today. So prop firms of today, the virtual prop firms that a lot of us use, especially, those from the FX market, these prop firms are very different. So these prop firms are different for a few different reasons. Number one, most of them do not provide any education. Some do. I mean, Apex does have some education and some courses. That's one of the main prop firms I use. If you do want to use that, just use my code BP save, and you'll save. You'll get a nice discount, the exact discount you'll get from using any other code. So if you do want to use my code, it's BP save with Apex. I'll also have a link down below to where you can click the link and then you can join Apex. That's one of the main firms that I use. I have about 19 accounts with them. Typically I want to keep 20, but I'm missing one right now, so I need to add another one into the fold. But I'm quite happy with my current progress, and I'm adding a lot of accounts from a lot of different prop firms, so it's just a work in progress. But proprietary trading firms are just a way where you can leverage other people's money. They usually require you to maintain a certain amount of drawdown within the account. So for 50K with Apex, they require you to maintain $2,500 drawdown. To me, that just means you have a $2,500 account. That means that if you lose $2,500, the account is gone. So for the cost of about $35 on a discounted month of about 80%, and then for another cost of about $150 to $160 for a lifetime activation cost, that's another hidden fee. So the total would be about $180 to about $200 to have a 50K PA account. That's a performance account with Apex. Now that 50K account only has $2,500 drawdown. So to me, that is a $2,500 account. So when you're entering trades, you need to think that you have a $2,500 account. So when I'm risking, if I'm risking $100, let's just use a number that makes sense. If I'm risking let's use $250. If I'm risking $250, that's 10% of the $2,500 drawdown. Now that would seem like it's only 0.5% of the 50K account, right? But that's really 10% of your drawdown. That's 10% of your whole entire account. So for me, I try to risk between 50 to 100 per trade. Even in this volatile market, trading NQ with one contract, you can be down 100 in a few minutes. So it is also easy to, get in profit, but you have to be very careful just in terms of volatility. Maybe choose an instrument that's a little bit less volatile. But with prop firms, you're really focused on trading that drawdown. Now, the competitive advantage that I have is that, I've lost a lot of money, trading in the past. So I'm willing to, take the volatility of trading a whole bunch of different prop firms to seeing what I can make happen, or even just a whole bunch of different accounts. It is a bit stressful if you're not used to it. It's something that can make your stomach run because you're just essentially trading one big account. But prop firms are definitely the key to growth. If you're not using prop firms in 2024, I would say you're a bit behind the curve. Obviously, if you have a huge live account, great. If you have great habits, great. But the key to prop firms is they actually help you to become a better trader. Prop firms actually help me to develop as a trader and to become better all the way around. Sometimes, we have an ego when it comes to trading. We want to trade personal capital because nobody can govern us. Nobody can tell us, stop, you're doing the wrong thing. With prop firms, they'll let you know. you'll lose the money that you invested with them when you do the wrong thing. So the key to prop firms is to following the rules. Those rules end up making you a better trader. It's almost as if you're stenciling, and that stencil makes you a better trader. And that's how I look at it. I like to trade some of the harder prop firms that way first. That way, when I get to the other prop firms, it's a lot easier. So that way I can copy trade across all accounts because I'm following the protocols of one of the hardest prop firms, so to speak. Apex isn't the quote unquote hardest. It's the hardest because the appeal of 20 accounts. Many people think they need many accounts. Also trailing drawdown. So let's get into trailing drawdown. So for trailing drawdown, let's say you have a $2,500 drawdown for a 50K account. Trailing drawdown simply means if you're in that 50K account, and let's say you go up $1,000 in profit. You took a buy trade and you went up $1,000. Once you go up $1,000, right, your drawdown is now at that highest profit point. So if you go from $1,000 down to break even and close the trade, so if you go from 1,000 profit to zero, you closed it back at 50,000. Your drawdown now, that $2,500 drawdown, you're going to subtract $1,000 out of that drawdown. Now, the reason you're going to do that is because it's trailing drawdown. So now you only have $1,500 left of that $2,500 drawdown. That is the trick with trailing drawdown. When you are in profit, you have to take profits because if you do not, you will lessen your drawdown. Now, currently, most of my accounts have buffers. Pretty much all of my accounts with Apex have buffers. So no matter how much I go up, I'm allowed to let my positions come back and hit me out break even or even at a loss because I've created a buffer. And I'm in a PA stage. Until you have a buffer, you're not going to be worried about a buffer on a challenge account because obviously you have to hit a specific target. It's a little bit different. But once you pass that challenge phase, there's a live account phase. And well, not phase, that's the rest of the tenure of the account. And once you have that account, you'll see that your $2,500 will be it'll trail behind your profit. So the key is to take consistent profits. What I do is I take consistent profits. I aim for 100 and change typically per trade to equal out to about 200 to 400 per day. As long as I'm within that range, I'm on pace to get a payout. The fastest you can get a payout with Apex is 10 days. If you have a 50K account, you have to make about $2,600 to receive minimum 500 to maximum 2,000. So your account balance should say 5,600 for you to receive 2,000 or all the way down to 500. Now that's up to you. Personally, I take the entire balance, right? And I leave only a small cushion. Now, like I said, you're going to get to 52,600 and take out 2,000 or 500. So in my case, when I take out 2,000, I only have $600 left and the account goes static. So it goes static at $50,100. So that means you only have $500 drawdown if you stop directly at the payout threshold for a 50K account. Now, I know I'm going over a lot, so let's just reiterate really quick. Prop firms, using other people's money, right? That's the key. We're going to use other people's money. To buy into the prop firm I use, it's about $180 to $200 for one 50K account if you want the lifetime activation. Now, you should do this if you take a long time to pass challenges and if you are someone who is a proven trader who is going to keep the prop account long. If not, you should do the monthly fee, which is only about $85 to $100 depending on the account size. Now that can stress you out if the monthly fee keeps adding up. That's why I'm kind of focused on lifetimes now, because I've proven to myself I can keep the accounts for a long time. So it does cost more up front, but then you don't have any recurring fees. So you need to use prop firms. It's going to cost you anywhere from $100 to $200 typically to get started once you pass an account. The initial entrance can be as cheap as $15 to $30, $35, just to test out the accounts, right? Once you have the accounts and you get them to payout threshold, for 50K account, it's going to be a $2,500 drawdown. You're going to have to get that to $2,600, right? It's different than the challenge phase. In the challenge phase, you need to get the account to 3,000 with Apex. But for profit, you only have to get it to 2,600. Now, I'm pretty experienced. So when I leave a $600 drawdown from taking 2,000, I've gotten it back to payout again numerous times. But I have also blown it before. And most traders are going to blow it. Most traders will never even get to payout. But if they do, they will blow it once they take the full buffer of the account. The reason I take the full buffer of the account is because I believe I can actually build back the accounts or get new accounts, which I've proven time and time again that I can do. Now, at this stage, I have extremely big buffers. You can see that right there on my current 50K account. So I'm static at 50,100 and I have over $5,000 to $6,000 worth of buffer in most of these accounts. Now, I did request a payout, and I do plan to request another payout in a few days. So hopefully, a lot of that buffer is going to be in my bank eventually. But I do plan to consistently, well, just to keep trading consistently, to keep building up my buffer, keep building up that profit. So what I do is I aim for low-hanging fruit trades every day. I don't usually get in at the perfect entry. I usually wait till there's, confirmation, so price is running my direction, and then I enter the trade. Now, we spoke about prop firms. Now let's talk about how I trade. I trade ICT concepts, inner circle trader concepts, inner circle trading, smart money concepts, smart money trading. I trade ICT concepts. So basically, if you learn market maker model, you can learn all the entries that I take. So the first entry I take is a turtle soup. That's the first thing I do, turtle soup. The second entry I take is going to be the unicorn. And then the third entry I take is going to be the silver bullet. Now I'm going to have links below for all of those different things I mentioned. So that's going to be the market maker model. That's going to be turtle soup. That's going to be unicorn, which I believe it's the first stage distribution. And then also second stage, which is going to be the silver bullet entry. I typically start trading between 9:30 to 11. So for me, usually that turtle soup will come sometime in that AM session being like, for me, like 7 to 9:30. For other people, it varies. But for my kill zone, I'm looking at 9:30 to 11 to trade. Typically, I trade for about 30 minutes a day, and I get most of my damage done. I copy trade between all of my accounts. So by using prop firms, I can leverage other people's money. I can invest less of my money. I focus on the futures market, so I'm trading the NASDAQ. I specifically trade the micro contracts. I don't trade minis. I never trade minis. I only did it once, but right now micros are the best way to go, just especially because it's so volatile. You want to start with one contract and work your way up. Once you realize how volatile the lowest possible contract is within the futures market, you'll realize the potential of the profitability. So I went from being break even last year. I was making some money, a little bit of money with Forex prop firms. I had some payouts the years before as well, but I wasn't as consistent. And then by the end of the year last year, I was a little bit more consistent, still all over the place. But this year, starting to trade futures prop firms with TrailingDrawdown really forced me to level up my game and forced me to level up, planning as a trader. You have to spend money to make money. In Forex, it was a little bit different. You do spend money to make money, but when you buy those props, a lot of times it's a one-time fee. And a lot of futures firms it is, but for me, I got used to that monthly, so that made me realize I have to get it and go, keep going. You couldn't just take 2 trades a week and just be fine. You'd have to trade consistently. You need to hit the different requirements. So with Apex, you'd have to have 10 days traded. Any 20% of those days traded can be flip days, where you basically put a trade on and take it off. So it really just depends. If you get above to the profit targeting, you don't want to trade anymore. That is up to you. I say I'm gonna do flip days many times, but a lot of times I don't. I just end up actually trading, especially if I'm really just following the trades that I see. Now I have been on quite a run. Today makes 4 days straight winning. I lost on Monday, but before that it was 10 days. So I believe 50 out of 15 days, I've won 14 of them. So that win rate is really nice. That's profitable day, or ending the day profitably. Now I have lost 1 PA account in all of that time. It was unfortunate, but at the same time, I added at least 6 to 10 of them. So as long as you have more coming in than exiting, you'll be profitable as a business. Again, you have to treat this like a business. This is not anything where you could just get rich overnight. You need to focus on the foundation, which is learning. I recommend, studying those ICT videos that I'm going to put below, but I definitely also recommend, watching my videos and keeping up with my journey just to see. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to keep working. You have to keep working, showing up every day. Although I'm performing at a high level, I show up every day, and I do the little videos. I tell everyone what I'm doing. I'm going to try to organize the format better so I can show the educational part of it. But you have to think to yourself, how are you going to grow as a person? So ICT is doing a 2024 mentorship. I recommend, everybody to learn it. I was trying to tune into it today. He said, if you're profitable, please, stay away. So I kind of maybe just need to stay away. I just wanted to check in to see if there's anything cool, new, and I just need to focus on what works for me. I can show up 30 minutes of the day and make, someone's income for 3 months. So it doesn't really, make sense for me to mess with it anymore right now. Just leave it alone. Keep just rinse and repeating, and build up, all my bases. But I want to just let everyone know it's about consistency and approach. So the way I'm taking advantage is using prop firms. I'm using ICT concepts, market maker model. Turtle soup is one of my favorite entries. I don't just turtle soup anywhere. Specifically, I try to turtle soup near the London High, London low, New York high, New York low, previous day high, previous day low, midnight close. Those are all the areas I use. So session highs as well as midnight open and previous day high and low. So I just try to take trades around those areas. You need to study open, high, low, close. You need to study candlesticks. You need to study market. Just basically, you need to study the market, but you need to study price action like through ICT. You need to just get familiar with what is required to succeed with inner circle concepts, but I'm well seasoned in it. I'm not here to teach everyone that. That's not my goal. Go study ICT. I don't have time to waste. He has it all laid out. Go figure it out. You can join my Discord if you want. I'll still just link you to other videos that other people do. But at the end of the day, it's going to lead back to you having to go study ICT just like I did. Everyone is going to have to go study him at some point. Get over it. I don't care what's wrong with you. I don't give a damn. I had to get over it. I had to figure it out. 8 years running, bro. 6 to 7 years unprofitable. And it seems stupid. Yes, I was able to flip accounts within the first few months of me trading. Yes, my first few trades were profitable. Yes, I've been able to withdraw way before this time. But consistency. Can you wake up every day and make some money? Can you do it full time? Can you do it as a job? Can you do it as a business? Can you succeed at the highest level? And when you realize you can, the game changes. You have to let the game change by changing you. Okay? Trading is very serious. It's a game that's very serious, and I love it. I love it to death, but it is not for the weak. It is for somebody who's going to take advantage of their competitive advantage, So use prop firms, study inner circle concepts, join the Discord link below, use my Apex link below, message me, go watch, like all my videos, ask me any questions, look back at some of my old videos, see the growth, see how you can grow as a person, see how fast that I've grown this year, look through the community post, see how much updates that I put in there. Really just realize if you want to take off as a trader, you have to commit. This is not easy. This does not happen overnight. But to take it to the next level, you just got to keep going. I know the surroundings behind me just look any kind of way, but at the same time, realize this. If you don't listen to me, who are you going to listen to? The guy with the Lambo? You got to really ask yourself, how did he get the Lambo? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are profitable traders who have Lambos, but the marketing aspect of it shouldn't just be the only selling point. Look at all the data I have on my YouTube. Every day posting. Many accounts. It's not just overnight, but I'm telling you, it's possible. Within a year, you can change your life. This is just the beginning for me. I just want to let y'all know it's possible to do anything you put your mind to. Every day I try to listen to a playlist that has, ICT motivation, specifically regarding money, ability, mindset, all type of things like that, as well as Earl Nightingale, Change Your Life in 19 Minutes. Also, Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. So I listen to that to go to sleep. So you got to make sure that you're diversifying in the media you listen to, and you're giving yourself a chance to grow as a person, and you're not locking yourself down to just being like a small-minded person, honestly.